This is Paul Kelly for ESBR Boxing. Delighted to be joined at the Ulster Hall by Teo Alin. As Mark Sidebottom was joking, I'm going to try and pronounce your name properly, so anyone watching, it's Teo Alin. Teo, you've obviously been out a couple of times in 2024. This fight kicking off 2025. First and foremost, I do want to ask you, what does it mean to fight on a show like this at such an iconic venue like the Ulster Hall?
Oh, it's class. I've always wanted to fight in Ulster Hall as an amateur, but I fell short in the semi-finals. So now fighting here as a pro, just it's classic. Can't wait.
And obviously live and exclusive on BBC Sport Northern Ireland. I haven't really been involved in boxing in a long time. Maybe they were in the amateurs as well, but the pro ranks haven't been really televising that for a long time. So they're picking the show now, kicking off 2025, and you're part of the bill. You must be pretty chuffed with that.
I'm buzzing and happy to be on the first boxing fight night and be live on BBC in years. So can't wait.
Good man, good man. And yeah, a bit about yourself, obviously. What is it you want to achieve in 2025? Obviously, this is in February. Is it a bit of kind of staying active, as many fights as possible? It's always staying, because I believe you're always in the gym. So a matter of getting active, building the record, and then maybe even winning titles by the end of next year.
Yes, that's the goal. I'd like to keep active in 2025, build a record up, get the rounds up, and then look in the bigger fights, title fights.
When you say title fights, what is it that you have your sights set on realistically by the end of next year, early 2026? What is it that you want to achieve in the next 12 to 18 months?
The belts that are going to get me a big payday. That's what I want. Nah, just anything that's going to keep bring me up the levels. So towards the world title, hopefully.
And is that ultimately what you believe you can achieve in the sport in years to come? Do you think that we could have Teo Alin as an Irish world champion?
It could, but anything's possible if you put the work in and if you get the right opportunities at the right time. Anything's possible.
Absolutely. I've spoken to Colin Murphy a lot of times, and I've asked him kind of where his ceiling is, what he wants to achieve in the sport, and he's very honest with it. He just says he wants to fulfil his potential. What do you believe is your full potential? And is it titles and stuff like that you mentioned there? You kind of jokingly said about winning the most money. Absolutely, every boxer does, I suppose. But do the titles mean anything to you as well? And just how far do you think you can go?
To be honest with you, I've never really thought about how far I could go in this here. But I believe in my ability, and the goal is to go as far as I can.
Absolutely. And I've been asking everyone I've interviewed today, because there's a big heavyweight fight coming up in December 21st. I'm sure you'll be watching Usyk Fury 2. Usyk won the first fight. A few people maybe had Fury winning it. There was obviously that big contentious round 9 with some people saying Usyk did get Fury out of there and it should have been stopped. Where's your head at, Teo, with the rematch here? Do you think Usyk's going to do it again, or can you see some revenge for the Gypsy King?
Me and the coach were actually talking about that there before he came in. I don't know. With Fury, you never know. I imagine towards Fury this time on the rematch.
Do you think that he could stop Usyk, or do you think it would be a points thing?
I think it'll be a points. I think he'll hurt him a few times in the fight. I think both men will be hurting in the fight a few times, but I think a points win for Fury. I'm edging towards that. I just think he can. I think he can win this one. Definitely.
Interesting. And just before we wrap up, bringing things back to you, Teo, what can people tuning in on BBC Sport NI on February 1st expect from you at the Ulster Hall? Maybe people that have never watched you fight before, why should they tune in and watch your fight?
Just for a good performance, but the only way to find out is to tune in.
Well, Teo Alin, thank you very much for your time, and yeah, I'm sure I'll be speaking to you a lot over the coming years.
Thank you very much, man. Appreciate it. Thank you.